Alright, so I got something amazing in the mail from atabase.info about the time arc base operations module. And I was bored, so I decided to look it up, and it is amazing. This stuff is just goofy, and I figured I'd record some of it, just reading off their website. Also, I'm kind of getting over a cold, so I probably sound awful. In accordance with Creator Yahweh's will and timetable for human events, your time arc service modules have returned with his holy measures to provide you with your lost positive knowledge. They have returned to prevent humatons. Those are humans, I guess. They call them humatons, and there's like random underlines in this too, like Yahweh is, his always is. I don't know why. But continuing on, excuse me. Provide for your physical and maternal spiritual survival through the imminent actions of the end times of Armageddon. I've read through like half this website and it doesn't say when Armageddon is. It's just after the sixth seal, which is just like is sometime. Don't worry about it. Alright. The present system is now due for complete and unconditional recycling. A great cleansing is necessary to prepare for the next cosmic season of life cycles of mankind on Time Station Earth. This cleansing will take place when your time arcs, Yahweh's army, activates the sixth seal, partially described in Revelation 6:12-17. You must be in a safe place during this cleansing in order to avoid being recycled, along with the debris. The first step you must take towards surviving the due activation of Seal 6 and enjoying heaven on the time station Earth is to shift the fulcrum of your intellect so as to embrace the full 5-dimensional technology that your creator allotted for you. Okay. Use monadic gravity in all transportation. This automatically cancels out the death-dealing, octopus-like outdated highway system with all the frustration, maintenance, and skyrocketing taxation for extending bond slavery. Use monadic gravity. So, fly everywhere? I don't know. Okay. Build transportation vehicles with 1,000-year built-in durability, crash-proof units that gather their own energy, family-style model seats 12, plus luggage, speeds up to 50,000 miles per hour. No, your money's not good enough to buy one. These vehicles are part of your positive birthright. Oh, sick. Alright, every family unit under the Positive Function ODF government will have one of their own for a heaven on Earth. So apparently I have a vehicle that can go up to $50,000, and it's my birthright to own it. That's neat. Construction laboratory of life, with its 5-dimensional technical equipment for the instant production of mana. This is a real thing, too. Like, people believe this. The instant production of mana made practical by simply bypassing 3.5 dimensions of photosynthetic activity. This 5D mana, the same as was provided for the historical Israelites, will be necessary for every positive survivor to rebuild their body cells to dynamic health. That sounds awesome. If I gotta get dynamic health, that sounds sick. Remove the cause of all humaton-caused diseases. Enjoy and end all wars and 99.9% of all the crime. There's always that 0.1% of criminals. Construct and use timeroscopes for communication, replacing the present negative dangerous forms such as telephones, boob tubes, radios, computers, etc. Mankind is guilty of energy abuse and in such negative forms of communication. It literally says boob tube. I'm not making that up. Operate your time station as a heaven on Earth rather than your present willfully created hell on Earth, composed of slave masters, bloodsuckers, and bond slaves. I don't have any of those, so I think we're good on that. The negative situation is due for a complete and unconditional reversal. You have grown accustomed to your present way of life, but it is not good. Compared to the best that you can have, it is evil. Okay, so this site's telling me that even though I thought my life was good, it's not. This is another thing they repeat constantly. A cleansing is necessary to prepare for the new season. You must be in a safe place at the time of the cleansing to avoid getting caught up in it. The entire Manassas complex, that's North America I guess, shall not be safe for the duration of this action. So it is not safe to be in North America while this is going on, but it doesn't say when. Must have been his judgment. Why is evacuate? Okay, there are only 2 survival options remaining at this extreme late date. The Intrepid option. Since the beginning of point 1 of Armageddon, you have had the absolute right under universal law to evacuate yourself to a place of safety on another continent. This is still your right. You are on the North American continent. You must not delay any longer. You must choose a place and go now. Do not wait for signs of wonder. The history books say that day will come like a thief in the night. For self-evacuation, you can use any of the current means available that you can afford. You must choose a place and time to go, using your own resources based on what you read here. Coming polar adjustments, investigating Earth changes, considering location carefully, planning carefully, but go now. Once Seal 6 is activated at 6 p.m. preceding S Day, you will not be able to leave. When is S Day? I'm gonna have to look that up. Let me do that real quick. See what Google has to say about that. Google says nothing. Does Google not even know anything about this? Alright, the other option is the gravel option. Years ago, Commander Hamashiach issued a message to the would-be positive survivors. His message was this: tell my people who have obeyed Revelation 18:4 and have come out of her. Okay, the time has come for you to now gather at the river of Armageddon Valley number 1. Is there multiple river of Armageddon valleys? Anyways, activate your encampment according to my measurements that I give you to my servant. Fill your lamps with oil and prepare to board the service modules at any moment's notice for your survival of the activation of seal number 6. Many hundreds of thousands of people have heard this message. Many hundreds of thousands have failed to act. The possibility of activating your encampment according to my measurements is now gone. Too much time has passed with no action. Too much continued degradation has occurred. Another generation has been raised with no positive knowledge. Okay, that one's true. If you just can't evacuate the complex, but you still want to act in some way, try Survival Act. Version of Seal 6, you can do one last thing. You can gather at the lower Rio Grande River of the deep south of Texas. Oh, that river is Armageddon Valley 1. And throw yourselves on his mercy. Yes, pick up and move, get in a better position, and be ready. Prove in some way that you might be worthy of his consideration and mercy. So, go to Texas and praise Yahweh, I guess? Be warned. It will be a complete waste of time and efforts to act upon this option if you have had previous contact with the ATA base. You are supporting and protecting citizens of Negative Birthright Empire. You're financially dependent on the Negative Birthright Empire handouts. You've been a resident of Area 6 at any time since December 1968. Area 6. I don't know what any of this stuff means, but I love it. I want an anime based on this. But like the Negative Birthrights in Area 6. Public legal notice. This document has been edited from the original. Time Station Earth is not a planet unto itself, but rather a time arc service modules for proper functioning and maintenance, and everything within 5 dimensions is personal property of the great creator Yahweh, of Elohim City, who materialized Time Station Earth and all patterns thereon. The US government was duly notified of this reality by the ATA base operations, the ODF Command Center for the Manassas complex during this Armageddon, through the person of J. Edgar Hoover, then chief of the FBI, with a package deal consisting of unlimited pollution-free energy, the knowledge to end all man-made disease, a change to the administration of the positive birthright government, thereby eliminating all war, sickness, disease, taxation, and blood-sucking vermin and freeing the bond slaves. The only response from the negative US government, wow, that's just blunt, was the attack upon the ATA base in the May of 1967, thereby instigating interdimensional World War III against man's creator and his ODF, thus providing that the only mentally sick, degenerated humans turn their back upon their creators, life support for their time station, their time arc service module, and emulate the mad dog by biting the hand that feeds it. Many humatons have since lost their lives in this useless war. The past decades of proof exist to be confirmed by any who have the mental integrity to intestinally fortitude to do so. Okay, that sentence made no sense. At the time of Nixon's presidency, Tricky Dick was sent an ultimatum, to wit, unconditionally surrender of the US and Canada to the ODF within 30 days. Failure to do so would result in the total destruction of all cities, towns, etc. regarding the activation of Seal 6 with no quarter given. Such is the condition of the situation at this time. Pretty sure neither of those things happened. It is 5-dimensionally, spiritually, and physically impossible for your creator's measures to be incorrect. It is only man, under God-given free moral agency, who exercises option to be wrong by building his body cells from the tree of knowledge of good and evil rather than from the tree of life. Wow. So yeah, to summarize, the apocalypse happened in 1966, and then a war in 1967, and we all live in hell. And I guess that's why it's gonna be -3 degrees out this Christmas? I don't know. Let's go with that.